What are you going to do with Jamal Williams? Are you re-signing him? I'm saying no. I know a lot of focus has been on the quarterbacks in this year's draft. David, there are a lot of running backs that, unless you are absolutely in love and you think that this man is a leader of the team, you don't even have to go Bijan. I think Bijan is going to be the only running back to go in the first round. But let me give you some other names for those who watch college football. Jahmyr Gibbs, running back from Alabama. Zach Evans, running back from Ole Miss. Here's a name that a lot of people in the state of Michigan should remember. Zach Charbonnet, UCLA. You may have forgot about him. Zach went out to UCLA and started doing some stuff.
We didn't need him.
Tank Bigsby, Auburn. Okay? Mo Ibrahim from Minnesota. That's my favorite. Fun stat about him, he got injured this year and he missed a couple games. But David, I think he only had 4 or 5 plays in his career at Minnesota that he did not get positive yards. No matter what, he falls forward. Even when he's tackled in the backfield, he can somehow get 2 or 3 yards. He does not get negative yards at all. So there's guys there that I look at, and even if you want to just stay in the Big Ten, there's Chase Brown from Illinois. The one that I like, and I'm sorry, David, you kind of saw a little bit of him before he got hurt, Kendre Miller, TCU. Kendre Miller.
He's really good.
And right now, like this website I'm looking at, he's the 16th best running back coming out. Now, this could all change with the combine. He's the 16th best, which means you could probably get him 3rd, 4th, 5th round. And I think he could walk right in there, 6 feet tall. He's got a 4.5 40. Yeah. But you saw what he did in the game against Michigan. He went out there and just got it done. They're younger. You draft somebody in the 4th or 5th round, you're paying them pennies on the dollar. I don't know. I would go that route before I would pay Jamal $7-some million. 248-539-9797. Brandon, you're on 97.1.
How you doing, Rico?
Hey, man, how are you? Hold on.
Good. There you go. So I've been saying this and calling in forever. If the Lions, I want them to get Tony Pollard so bad. Like, I would do anything to get Tony Pollard. Imagine having a healthy Swift and Pollard, and the defenses don't know, oh, Jamal's in, we're probably just going to run the ball. Now you have 2 great pass-catching running backs in the backfield. And you're right, we don't have to get Bijan, but, Bijan reminds me of Dameon Pierce. And Dameon Pierce for the Texans has been getting tackled 5 yards behind the line and turns it into 10, 12-yard positive yards.
Now, you're right. Now, Bijan is probably going to cost you that 18th pick. Brandon, that's why I think you still got to go defense. Defense, it's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. Defense wins championships. You saw defense in both games in the championship. The better defenses won the game. But this draft is deep with running backs that I would go with another back, whether it's Gibbs or whoever. I'm not paying Jamal. That's just me.
No, I just want Tony Pollard so bad. The dude's an electric guy, and he's still got not many miles on him. So.
No, Brandon, I appreciate the phone call. I got a feeling that Pollard's going to probably be the most sought-after running back, and Dallas is going to have a choice to make. If I'm Dallas, I don't let him leave. But Jerry Jones is fixated on Zeke Elliott. I don't know why, because everybody has seen this. Zeke's pretty much done. 248-539-9797. David, any ticket text before we get back to the phone line?
Someone's asking, what's up with Swift? Is he done?
I feel that I'm not qualified to talk about DeAndre Swift because no matter what I say, it's going to come across as slander. I'll put it like this. Sometimes you just are what you are.
That's great. That's a great way to say it.
You are what you are. I think that when DeAndre Swift is on the field, I do think he's a difference maker running back. He can catch the ball out the backfield. I liked him when he was at Georgia. But he's not always on the field, and that's the problem. The best ability is availability. He's not. It's like death and taxes. You know he's going to miss games. He's like Zion Williamson in the NBA. Maybe a great player, but he's not going to give you a full season.
See, and that's the thing. Not saying the Lions did this purposely, but as the season started and you're losing, kind of like they did with J-Mo, you're kind of like, okay, let's slow it down. Let's not rush him into this because we're really not doing anything. And I think that kind of happened with Swift. Like, we're not really winning right now, so why push him to play? But I think you've said this on the air before.
I think he got benched, man. Honestly,
okay.
I mean, how much was it for the cameras when you saw the Hard Knocks and he was getting challenged in the running? I mean, they were calling him out by name in the running back.
Stop bouncing it outside. Run through the hole.
You got to be better, basically. And then as the season went on, he became the third-string running back. And I don't know if they were sending a message or something they saw in practice, but he lost value. Now, they could have been just playing mind games with him and saving his legs and trying to motivate him, but when he's on the field, yeah, he's one of those guys that could really help you win, but you can't count on him to play 17 games a year, let alone 17 games plus playoff games.
See, and that's the thing, because you've already said it. They have to start fast. So if you can't depend on, if Swift gets banged up in week 1, now you can't depend on him. You got to start fast. Put it like this. You need him.
Your bare minimum starting next season, I don't know what the schedule is going to be, but it's 2-2. After the first quarter of the season, you must be 2-2, or you will lose all goodwill nationally. People want to believe in this team, but 1-3, 0-4, and it's out the window. But as far as running back go, I can't pay Jamal. If he's asking for the bank, son, you got to go get that someplace else because you're a running back. And as I stated, there's about 16 good backs in this class coming out. I can grab one later on and probably could be a starter or in heavy rotation for the Lions. You still got Swift on one more year. That's the route that I would go. 248-539-9797. Matt, you're on 97.1.
Hey, Rico. How's it going, man?
Hey, man. How you doing, Matt?
Hey, so I just wanted to propose one thing. I think Jamal, I think it's important for him to stay, not only because of, the type of back he is, power runner through the tackles, but just what he means to the locker room. And if you look at his contract, he only got 2 years, $6 million when we signed him in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think getting him on a 2-year, $10 million or 2-year, $12 million deal is really out of the question. But I'm with you. Anything more than that, you probably got to let him walk. But I do think you can probably get a discount somewhere around the $6 million, $5 million a year, right?
Yeah, but Matt, here's the thing. I think you got the discount with that first contract. The 2-year, $6 million was kind of a prove-it deal. I went out there, I proved it. I broke Barry Sanders' record. My name's up there, not Barry's. You don't think he's walking in there letting Brad know? Yeah, Barry, you can take that down. That plaque's down. Put my name up there. I scored the most touchdowns for the Lions in the season.
But don't you think doubling his salary, like going from $3 million a year to $6 million a year, you're recognizing, hey, Jamal, you had a great year, man. We'll go ahead and double your salary. But you're not getting a $10 million a year deal.
And Matt, this is why you and I would make great general managers because, yes, that makes sense. Now, think of it from Jamal's perspective. As a running back, you got a short shelf life. You got to get all the money you can. This is his big contract right here, right now. This is the last big contract he's ever going to sign. So if he goes cheap, he's never going to be more valuable than he is now. So he's going to ask for a lot more. But you're right. If he would settle, and I'd be willing to go $7 million a year just to put him in that second tier category. But for 3 years, I can't go anything more than 3 years, $20 million. After that, you can just go ahead and find something on your own, Jamal. That's how I see it.
You're right, too, Rico. This is his payday. I'm with you, man. So he's got to make a decision whether, hey, do you want to cash out and go to a team that, isn't going to be competing next year, or you don't want to stick around and, be the big part of this team next year. So it's really a decision that he has to make, whether he's going to go for the money or stick around and stay with a team that's ascending.
No,
Thanks, Rico.
I appreciate it. I mean, being a team leader is all great and fine, but in the end, you're an individual. You got to look out for you. You got to look out for your family. This may be his biggest and last payday before he is now on 1-year deals bouncing around the league. So, yeah.
He's 27, so yeah.
Maybe you end up in playing for the Cardinals in their backfield, or you end up going to Denver. You end up going to a place, well, they'll pay you, but you basically are starting over like you did with the Lions.
They need another back behind. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those, or do you stay here? It's a delicate balance, but I'm not paying them. There's too many good running backs out there in this draft, and that's besides Bijan. Because I don't even think you need to take Bijan with the first round. This draft may be about 15 deep when it comes to running backs. We'll continue this next 97.1.